everybody, welcome back to Hardworking Man. Today we are attacking these big, huge locust rounds right behind me.
Our initial plan was to do them on the all-wood muscle wood with the multi-split wedge, but we're having problems with the Honda motor. I've got some parts on order and hopefully we get it fixed soon, but while that's down, we're going to do this on the Eastonmade axis.
It's been hot all day. I'm sure all of you across the country have been experiencing this heat wave like we had. It's finally cooled down a bit, so we're just going to fill this tote up and do it while the temperature feels nice.
No matter what you're looking at with equipment, people always talk about this motor, that motor, the Honda, the Vanguard, the Kawasaki. Just having that Honda on the all-wood, Honda is known as one of the most reliable motors ever, but with that thing not running right, it shows you that any company can have some issues. When you're dealing with mechanical items and electronics, stuff can go wrong. So this Vanguard's been great to us. The Honda's been great to us. I've had nothing but good luck with Hondas my whole life. This is the first time I've really had an issue with one, so hopefully we can get it figured out. But it just goes to show that no matter what manufacturers use, there's going to be times where there's issues, and it's not necessarily the manufacturer's fault. It's how they support it. And that Honda engine, it can only be serviced by a Honda service tech. I'm going to try to fix it myself first, so we'll see. But let's get the Vanguard fired up, get this wood split up before we run out of daylight.
As fall approaches, so do the mosquitoes, and there's no way I'm working outside unless I have a thermocell out there to, I don't even know what is the stuff it emits, but it works wonders, and I don't even care. I'm not going to question it. It's the only thing that makes it easy to go outside and not just be straight attacked. So we're going to hook this thing up right there. Otherwise, I'm not going to be here. Now, Thermacell did not sponsor us. This is not an ad. This is just a happy customer, more than willing to share our good finds to you. I'll put a link if you don't know what it is, just so you know what exactly I'm talking about.
Now, I do want to say thank you to Olight for sending me some brand new flashlights. You're going to want to check these out, and they're on sale for the next couple days, one of the best sales of the year, because they're brand new and it's a new release. Rachel was talking about the Thermacell earlier, and when we find products that we like and that we trust and that are worth spending your money on, we like to share them with you. Now, in all honesty, Olight did send me these 3 lights, but I've used Olights. In my day job, my life can depend on a flashlight, and literally the only flashlight I carry these days is the Olight. They have a lifetime warranty, they have a ton of different options, and like this, the iMini 2. This is just a little light. They're like $20. You can charge it on any USB, and it's just magnetic. When you pull it off, it turns on. I've got this on my keychain. I put one on Rachel's. I put one on the kids, and they have different colors. So we have a little key bin that we throw our keys in. So I got different colors so I can easily find my keys when I need to go somewhere. This is not one they sent me. This is one I bought. Like I said, I bought several Olights. Now, what they did send me is this, the Piron 3. It can be either used as a headlamp with this, or it's one of the lights that works at a 90-degree angle. It can clip here. Now, what I love about this is it can clip on my vest. I bought a small Olight that flashes red. I work in traffic. When I'm in traffic, I turn that on flashing because it helps people see me, especially at nighttime. This is so much brighter, and it can do the same thing. So this can be a white light with all different brightness levels, including moonlight, which sometimes a flashlight, not how bright it is how impressive, but how dim it can be. You can turn this on and not bother anybody. That's the moonlight thing. You can also turn it on to turbo, which is super bright. It's not going to show right now because it's fairly light out. But one thing I like about this is when you click it twice, it comes on red, and then you hold it again, and it flashes. This is brighter than the small one I have, and I can hang this on my vest. Now I can put one on the front, I can put one on the back. When I'm working in traffic, people can see me. Maybe this, maybe the small Olight that I got, I forget what model that is. If you ride bikes, if you go for walks, this is something good to have. So this is brand new. This one is out now. I'm not going to go through all the settings on all of these. Another light they just sent me is the Baton Turbo. This is a tiny little light. I've talked about them. They've changed the switches on all these new lights, and this light has a bunch of settings. It gets super bright. You can just hold it. It gives you the, yeah, you can't really see the brightness levels, but it's got a bunch of different brightness levels. It's got your battery indicator on there. A lot of the Olights are magnetic. In fact, all the ones I know are magnetic. So, like that one when you unplug it. But when you're working on something, you can stick these on stuff. and it comes in handy under the hood of the vehicle. The other day I was driving the old Massey and it got dark and I couldn't see, and I was trying to use my phone light to see and I couldn't see anything. And then I remembered I had this little monster in my pocket. I just stuck it to the front of the Massey, and no, it's not a huge light, but it was way better than the phone light. So that magnetic feature comes in handy. That's how you charge these. They come with a charger. It just magnets on and charges right up. And now the favorite light they sent me, I'm about to show you. My all-time favorite. That's replaced all the little baton, a turbo, like all those, is this. This is the Arkveld Ultra. They sent me the Arkveld regular before, and I loved it. One thing I love about this light is how easily you can carry it every day. You just slip this in your pocket, and because of the shape, you don't even know it's there. Another thing I love about it is the fact that it's 3 different lights in one. It's your regular flashlight, which you can turn on all the different brightness levels like all the Olights have. Another thing it has with the flip of this switch, and then you've got a green laser pointer. If you got to point something out, if you're up in the deer stand, if anyone hunts and when you shoot out of a tree stand, where the deer is can be really hard to tell people sometimes. With this, if it's your light you use to walk in and out, you can now use this to show people where that deer was. If you're an instructor, you got to show people stuff. You've got a laser on you. You don't have to carry a separate one. And another really cool feature about this is the UV light. You flip it one more time, so that UV light comes in really handy. I've talked about it before, finding hydraulic leaks, finding leaks in your air conditioning, stuff like that. But I found another use for this that absolutely worked amazing, and I'm going to show you later in this video. You're not going to want to miss it. You can see how it makes white glow. It makes different stuff glow. If you've got dirty surfaces, different stuff. So check out these lights. Like I said, they got huge discounts for the next day or two. Get on Olight. We'll have a discount code with a link right in our description. You're going to want to check them out. These are my favorite flashlights I've ever owned, and I've owned a lot.
If you're an early Christmas shopper, you might want to go and pick one up right now.
That's a great idea. Now Todd from Todd's Outside again, every time we get together we talk about our Olights. He's had them for years, he's used them, he loves them, and he's a little bit jealous of the lights that Olight sends me. And with good reason, because these lights are awesome. Todd, you're going to want to check these out. That Arkveld Ultra is awesome. You need one. This is Rachel's favorite stinky wood. She did not like splitting this Locust. It smells like urine with that first piece I busted open.
They made fun of me for thinking it stunk. It does not smell good.
But this stuff burns hot. Now a lot of times locusts, when they get this big, they're hollow in the middle and they got all this dirt and debris. One nice thing with this axis, a lot of it stays on the table, and if you have a tote at the end, you can sweep it right in to keep your work area a little bit cleaner. All right, another thing, when you got like a little punky area like that, you can just take that one off for the firewood snobs, and that way you don't put that into your mix. That'll go off to the side for our boiler. And again, here you can see this is going to be nasty in there, so we'll break that out of here. When I sell wood, I like it to be premium, so I do my best to eliminate a lot of this stuff. And the axis is awesome for that. So this we'll throw in our boiler, and then we got some nice stuff left for the customer.
work better on your eyes.
Oh, probably true. Thanks for letting me almost get a whole round in before you noticed. This stuff smells absolutely terrible. You're gonna love it. Locust bark got under the foot pedal. This is some of the messiest, stinkiest wood to split. The bark is super thick. It works great for kindling, but like, look at this. That's almost all bark right there. I like to get the bark off when it comes off. I feel it dries better. But it can also get under your foot pedal on the axis, as you saw. Now here's another IBC tote modification that we've done. That wide open front helps these dump so much nicer. But if you leave this top bar, it's in the way for stacking, so we cut it off and mount it back there. It keeps the rigidity of the tote, and it helps you be able to stack without that in the way. And if I didn't mention it, Locust is extremely heavy, which is why it burns great with such high BTUs. How long do you guys think it'll take before Rachel says something about the smell of this? This wood smells terrible.
Yeah, and it smells like urine.
I have a feeling we're going to fill that 3 tote at the end as quick as we fill the IBC tote with all this bark and dirt from these big hollow rounds. I might have to get those flashlights out just to finish this job. You guys are going to want to see what I do with that Arkveld Ultra. It blew me away when I went out and did what I'm going to do later in this video. It's not really firewood related, but it can make you money, and I think a lot of you are really going to like it, and it'll change how you do something forever if this is something you would otherwise do. I don't want to give it away yet because I was super impressed when I thought of it and then went and did it, how well it worked. It was insane. Bunyan's coming up. I've talked about it. I'll keep talking about it. It's a riot. If you can get there, get there. Doesn't matter if you have a YouTube channel, a firewood business, a hobbyist, just want to hang out with awesome people. It's a ton of fun, a lot of good people, and some awesome equipment there. Eastonmade will be there, Allwood will be there, Dyna will be there, Wolfridge will be there, Timberwolf will be there. Like all the major players in the firewood game are going to be there. You're going to see new equipment. You'll see some companies you didn't know existed. You'll see some products that you didn't know about. I'm sure there will be a new item or two usually. It's just a lot of fun. Andrew and the guys from Eastonmade, they're one of a kind. That booth is usually one of the really popular hangout spots just because it's a lot of fun. We'll be at all the booths of equipment that we run at some point, whether it be the Allwood booth, the Eastonmade booth, the Dyna booth. I'm not sure if we'll have scheduled times at them, but we'll be at them. We do have Dyna t-shirts. We've got a few Eastonmade and a few Allwood t-shirts left in select sizes that will be given out at the show. We just ask that you wear them. Hopefully the weather cooperates. The nice thing about these big rounds, Rachel's a beast, they fill this tote quick. And with the axis, they're not hard to handle because you're not picking them up, you're just sliding them. This Locust is dirty though. The split's pretty nice though. Might have to bust some flashlights out sooner than later. We run out of time a lot. We're busy, busy, busy. New axis. I'm excited to see it. I've seen videos of it. This axis is awesome. The new one is even more awesome. The lift goes up a little further. The conveyor, if you get the conveyor, it rotates. It's faster. I mean, this thing's plenty fast, but the new one's even faster. The competition of these log splitter companies, they're constantly improving. They have to stay on the top of the game. Comment all the time, Rachel's one of the hardest working women in firewood. You can't argue with that. Karen Allen from Allen Family Firewood, she gets out there and works. There's a lot of the women that help out and work, but I would say Rachel and Karen are probably two of the hardest workers. You got Amanda from Back 40 when she's not out hiking and exploring the wilderness. She gives Dan a hand. Like, it's so much more fun working with a partner, working with someone else, and especially they're a beast and they're productive like Rachel. You buy sweet splitters, sweet equipment, and then you get to just watch a beautiful woman work and you don't even have to do it all yourself. Just hold the camera. I know my place. A little bit of narration. People say I talk too much. Come on, man. It looks really bright in the camera.
Does it? Good.
I don't know if it's going to be, I hope it's not grainy footage. I might break them lights out just to see how that looks because lights fade fast. It's a little cloudy today. It was sunny and hot all day. We can see plenty good to work, but camera light, you often lose earlier. All right, let me grab some lights and see what they can do, if they help the footage or not. We're about to find out. All right, there we got the Arkveld Ultra stuck to the cylinder up there. It's a pretty strong magnet, so I think it'll be fine. Give you a little illuminated workspace, hands-free. Like I said, that one also works as a headlamp. You can flip it on your, if you got molly tabs like I do on my work vest. Might draw some bugs. Rachel loves bugs. Brightens up the workspace. Do you guys think I should pull out the laser and show her where I want her to split? How do you think that'll go? Let's try it.
I can't hear you.
You can hear me?
No.
That's good. Hit it like right there. Right about
Quit
there.
moving your laser. You're moving it everywhere.
I know, because I'm trying to film. You can't even see it. You can see it in person, but I don't think you can see it on the camera because it's in a flashlight. I thought she would not take that too well. I thought I would get a comment out of her. I honestly did not expect this video to go this late, but we made it short in the meantime. Rachel got a phone call from her mom. Just pushed the time out, and we didn't honestly intend on using these lights, but they're working. I mean, I knew they worked, but I didn't know how well it would work for this video. And I'm not worried about the vibration on the machine with that Olight, because one, I've used these things for a couple years now, and they are awesome, and two, it's a lifetime warranty. This will probably be our last one here. It's not going to fill the tote, but we don't want to give you grainy, dead footage.
Oh, it'd be way easier if the bark didn't fall off that I was trying to hold on to.
Yeah, this bark, it's thick, but it does, when it's starting to dry like this, it comes off. Ah, she lost the thermocell. So yeah, these routes are still heavy, but they're doable with this vertical splitter.
Alright, I'll let you do this one.
Oh, Rachel's done with the stink and the time. Here, I'll hand the camera over. Come show the top of this.
This is why I handed it over.
So we got this. I shouldn't put my hand under that wedge. You can ask Phil from Allen Family Firewood, but
get your finger out of there.
we can cut this out, which is nice. So I'm going to split this in half, and then we'll shave that rotten out, and it's just going to be full of fill. That shook the light a little. Oh, this smells terrible. Oh, I'm knocking all my debris. I want to get this in the bucket.
You keep reaching your arm underneath that wedge.
Do I?
Yes. Stop.
Look it. I told them, I said we're going to fill our debris tote before we fill our IBC tote. And man, I told you this Locust is nasty. But it's worth it. Look at the inside of this thing.
Shine your light on it. Oh. Yeah.
But we'll clean that up and end up with premium high BTU firewood gold, as Joe Barney from Joe's Premium Firewood would say. There goes the bark again. Boom! Oh! All over my leg.
And that, my friends, is why I said he could cut
I'm
this
still
one.
making a mess. This Locust is too messy to stay clean. Ah! Rachel, I think she did this on purpose. She picked this piece and then says, I think I want you to split it. She isn't dumb. I mean, she married me after all. There we go. Oh, the thermocel's down. I had it hooked on the lever and Rachel unhooked it for some reason. Now it's laying on the ground. So here we'll take the nastiness off, throw that in the boiler pile, which I should have a tote for so I don't have to pick it up twice, but I don't.
Keith was just saying he likes nighttime shooting videos, so here it is.
Last piece of the night, and then I'm going to show you what that light can do. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at this, it's just dirt in there. Boom. So, I mean, there's a ton of BTUs in here, and it's ugly. And I'll burn the heck out of this stuff, but customers like pretty firewood, so we keep that for ourselves because we got to burn it anyway, so they can have the stuff that looks a little bit nicer. Can't leave that on.
Hey.
Aha! Why are you shaking your head at me?
Because you're doing that under the wedge with your foot raised over it. You're not being safe.
I'm blinding Rachel with the light because you couldn't see her the way it was.
Well, folks, that's all we have right now.
Open your eyes, I can't see your eyes.
I thought there was like a moonlight setting. Is that on the
Oh,
other
do you
one?
want the moonlight setting?
Well,
That's not moonlight, but that's low.
that's
Oh, you look way better too. I just had fun. So you can go to turbo?
no
Sorry.
warning.
I did. I said you can go to turbo. I figure you've been married to me long enough. You knew what was coming.
I always hate when I get like wood chip stuff in my lip gloss. It's not fun.
You could make that as a...
Gritty.
a-
Anyway, anywho.
Don't say that.
We're done here on the splitter, but Heath has something he's dying to show you. He figured this out the other night. It was an experiment that was very fruitful. So you don't want to miss it. And that's it for me, y'all. So follow along with Heath here.
So right now, the light is on the low setting. And if you click it 3 times, it goes to ultra. And you can see it really lights up the area, but that's not what I'm about to show you. I just thought that was pretty cool how bright this little pocket light can be. All right, let's get out in the woods and I'll show you what this thing can do. All right, so this is the woods behind our house, and I'm heading to the east right now. And once I get a little bit further, you'll see something not everyone has in their woods, but most people can gain access to it. If you might have to think outside the box a little bit, but this flashlight can pay for itself in one night, and I'll show you how. All right, you can't tell, but on the back side of my woods is a golf course. And I came out here the other night. I was going on a golf outing. I got my golf bag out of the basement, and my kids had stolen every single golf ball out of my bag. And so I was gonna just take some back out of their bags, and I had this new light, and I thought, you know what? I'm curious if that UV light will make golf balls show up. So I came out here the other day, and if you've looked for golf balls, you know they're not easy to find, especially in thick cover like this. But when you switch this light over to the UV, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's one there. There's another one there. There's a couple there. Like, it is like walking in an open field and picking up golf balls. It is absolutely insane. I was out here for like 20 minutes and got over 100 golf balls, which if you golf, you know they're not cheap. And like looking for them with a light, like I can see that orange one there. I see a beer can there. But they're not easy to find, and they're not easy to find in the daytime. But when you switch to that UV light, it is like a cheat code for finding golf balls. So if you don't live on a golf course, you can just go out and do the twilight golf and jump in the woods with your Arkveld Ultra and fill your bag with golf balls in a matter of minutes. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. Is that a great extra use for this light? Because I think it is. Let me grab a couple of these and head back in, but that's going to do it for the night. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show, and have a great night. All right, so I just set the camera down for 5 minutes and went and picked up 22 golf balls, and I left a few out there because the brush is pretty thick. But, I mean, that's insane. I would have searched probably for 30 plus minutes to get this many balls before, and that was 5 minutes. I filled my pocket, decided to get one last shot, but if you want to go golf ball hunting, get you one of these lights.